folks, I'm Josh McGehee here with another edition of Thursday Thoughts with the Peacocks. This week, I'm excited to be joined by the four gentlemen who will be representing Upper Iowa Wrestling at the NCAA Division II National Championships in Cedar Rapids in a couple weeks. First up, it's Tate Murdy. Tate, thanks for taking the time here to speak with us.
Thank you.
So let's talk about your journey at the regionals last weekend there up in Aberdeen. You got into the third place match going up against an opponent that you had a lot of familiarity with. Talk to me about that process and especially going into that third place match, how you were able to pull away.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be a tough opponent. I've seen him a couple times this season. The biggest thing for me was before the match, just controlling those nerves, getting myself ready to go and believing in myself. And then during the match, it was just about controlling it start to finish. I knew he was going to be trying to create scrambles and funky. It was just about getting to my positions and staying in control of what was happening the whole time.
Well, Tate, now you've made it back-to-back years as a national qualifier. As far as you know, this year, with the event being hosted by Upper Iowa in Cedar Rapids, talk to me about how much it means to you to be going to the national championships.
I love getting to represent Upper Iowa at this level. I love being a Peacock. It's very special that it's in Iowa. I know we do a great job of hosting. It's going to be a lot of fun seeing a lot of the alumni there, some old teammates, old coaches, and then I know I'll have a lot of family and friends there as well to support me. So it's just going to be a great experience overall.
Well, Tate, good luck, of course, going forward. And as always, thanks for taking the time to speak with us here.
Thanks for having me.
When we come back, we'll have Eric Fott. Okay, now I'm happy to be joined by Eric Fott. Eric, thanks again for taking the time to speak with us here.
Thanks for having me.
So as far as, again, you're battling through the regionals here this past weekend, you made it as well to a third place match. You ended up winning that one via sudden victory. Talk to me about just that match itself, how you were eventually able to come out with the result and qualify for the national championships.
Well, that match was kind of the same. I wrestled him earlier, Parkside duel, 0-0 first period, got out second and third period, and then it's basically the same. I mean, went in overtime, and this time I finished my takedown, and that's what the difference was. I talked to myself kind of throughout. It was like, hey, my offense is better. He's going to wait until I shoot so he can try to counter like he did overtime, and I wasn't really concerned about any of that. I just wanted to wrestle, and it was a do or die moment, and I came away with a Ren's match. I mean, that's the best way to do it. To go to nationals is to beat a guy who beat you earlier, and it really set the tone for kind of what I want to do, and I just want to keep it on.
So Eric, of course, always a big honor to become a national qualifier, but of course this year it's quite special with the event being held in Cedar Rapids. As far as making it as national qualifier this year, how excited are you to be competing for Upper Iowa?
It's nationals. It's the best tournament. It's what you work for all year. It being in Iowa is amazing. It's just down the road basically. Don't have a huge long trip. We get to stay down there, be relaxed, be in our home turf, and see a lot of friendly faces down there, which will be amazing. Bunch of family, friends, and teammates, and old coaches. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people who usually won't make the trip and could easily get there. And it's just going to be a hell of an experience with the other four guys, and that's what I'm excited for.
Well, Eric, good luck at the national championships, and as always, thanks for taking the time to speak with us.
Thanks for having me.
When we come back, we'll have Coulter By. All right, now I'm happy to be joined by Coulter By. Coulter, thanks for taking the time to speak with us.
Thanks for having me.
So again, you were able to make it farther than anybody else on the team here at regionals. You made it all the way to the championship match at 184, eventually taking second place. Talk to me about your success here at the regionals and what was working for you in order to be a national qualifier.
I just really tried taking a step back, focusing on my training, and we kind of focused on that, like with Graham, like talking about like stepping back, and trusting in what you've done and the work you've put in all year. And so before every match, I was just stepping back and mentally just like, accepting like, I've trained hard, I've worked hard for this. Now it's just time to go out and do it.
Well, Coulter, again, you're part of the group of four going to the national championships here, representing Upper Iowa in Cedar Rapids. Talk to me about this opportunity for you and what it means to be a part of this group going forward.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of like the trademark for what we're doing. The national qualifier, that's a big step. Obviously the next one would be an All-American, but I think it's awesome that is this year too. You know, when we were getting recruited here, that was the focus. You know, senior year, qualify for nationals. You know, we're hosting. It was just kind of been a focus point since we've been in college here.
Well, Coulter, congratulations. Good luck going forward here in a couple weeks. And as always, thanks again for taking the time to speak with us.
Thanks for having me.
When we come back, we'll have Chase Lunsman. Okay, now happy to be joined by Chase Lunsman. Chase, thanks again for taking the time to speak with us here.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Josh.
So as far as your journey during the Super Regionals, again, you made it into the third place match. Again, another tough opposition awaiting you there, but you found a way to pull it out. Talk to me about what worked in that bout in order to become a national qualifier.
That match specifically, I'd say just going into it, you know, I wrestled that kid the week prior on Friday up there at Mankato. Had a 5-2, 6-2 match with him there. Relatively tight, but I controlled kind of the whole thing. As for going into that match at regionals, I just knew that, hey, kind of backs up against the wall here. It's you know, it's qualify or don't, do or die, whatever you want to call it. Had to figure out a way to get the job done. I just stayed in great position. Knew that my offense was gonna kind of prevail, and yeah, just did what I do best.
So Chase, here you are getting another opportunity as a national qualifier, but this year, of course, getting to compete in Cedar Rapids as Upper Iowa is the host. Talk to me about what that kind of means to you to get this opportunity once again to compete at the national championships.
I mean, there's just all kinds of emotion and excitement and stuff like that, especially for me. I grew up half hour from Cedar Rapids. I spent almost every other day in high school in Cedar Rapids with all my friends and stuff like that. Super familiar territory with me. All kinds of family just right there. It's going to be awesome. I already know that for a fact. As for you know, qualifying again, I think that this is a great opportunity for me to really turn some heads and do some really big things down there. You know, this is my third time qualifying. I qualified, got third as a freshman. The national tournament got canceled down there. You know, that was kind of devastating. Got voted in as an All-American. And then sophomore year won the Super Regional and went 1-2 at the national tournament. Fell short in that blood round of All-Americaning, which, you know, was the big goal there. And I think this year is just, like I said, an awesome opportunity to really put a stamp on kind of what I set out to do for my entire career. And I think that we're in good position to do so.
Well, Chase, congratulations. Good luck going forward. And as always, thanks for taking the time to speak with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I'm Josh McGehee. Go Peacocks.